Hello and welcome back. In this video, now we've completed the story mode, and you can check out any of the previous videos to understand how that ended. We're now going to look at upgrading our ship. So there's nothing left to do. We're at the tower. We finished everything at the tower, but we left the ship in a situation where, as you can see, we've got quite a lot of items and nowhere to put them. So what we're going to do before we move any further is we're going to expand our ship just a little bit, and we're going to put some storage boxes in here. This is going to act as a temporary solution until we can move any further. So in order to do this, what I need to do is open up the hand tool, go to the build menu, and I need to build a room, and for that I'm going to need synthetics. So I'm going to need to do a bit of farming for this. Also, if I open up the research, I can craft a storage box with metals and epoxy. So we're going to go ahead and research the storage box, because that's something we're going to need. And we're also going to go ahead and just grab a few of these synthetics just while we're waiting. This is going to set us up so that we have the materials we need, because if we go to the fabricator and we look at the storage box, we're going to need synthetics, metals and epoxy to make this. So I'm pretty sure I've got some of this stuff, but I don't actually know what I've got and where it is. I definitely don't think I have enough. So let's just take a moment and grab a few of these resources that are floating around, do a little bit of farming, and get ourselves ready. Now the reason I want to do this before I move anywhere else is because I have a lot of stuff inside the tower, and whilst I could come back here later to claim them, it kind of makes sense for me to do it now. And for that I need this storage box, so still need some more synthetics. There's more on the way, which is good news. And we're not going to worry too much about the location of everything and where it sits and how it feels. Okay, so now I can make this storage box. And as a temporary solution, I'm only going to put the storage box here, just in this room. You'll see why in a second when I do this. As soon as it's ready, I'll get some sleep while I wait for it. Okay, printing is complete. We'll take the storage box. Okay, and I'm just going to rotate it around, and I'm going to place it here. Now this is a temporary solution because later you'll get racks where you'll be able to put two storage boxes on top of each other. But for now, as a starting point, as you can see, the storage it offers compared to the 6 that I had before is a lot more. So what I'm going to do is just chuck all of these items within here for now. I'm going to pick everything up off the floor, and I'm going to do the same. Just chuck all of this in here for now. Turn around, pick all of this up, as well as this and this. Oh, we do not want to fly the ship. Okay, so we've now managed to do that. We do need another one of these. We will need one, maybe not right this second, but we definitely do need one. We've already filled this up. But that's going to allow us right now, if nothing else, to be able to go inside and pick up the rest of the materials that we had. So let's just do that now. We're going to run inside, we're going to go into the lift area, and we're going to pick all of that stuff up that we left. What this then means is that we can leave this area. Now there's a lot of material to extract from this area, so we might want to pick some of that up or salvage some of that using the ship before we go. And inventory is full. We have so many of these which we're going to cook up. There's not really much else to do with these at the moment. In fact, we don't actually need them, to be honest. I could eat them for food, but I don't really need them. I got a vertigo virus again from doing this, which is cool. Doesn't do anything at the moment. I'm just going to kind of leave these here for now. Cool. I'll come back for those in a minute. Okay. So, looking in these boxes, again, lots more of these. We can, inside here, leave these ones. They're going to go funny if we don't eat them, and they've got a decay timer on them, but it doesn't matter. We really don't need them. Okay. So that's everything from within here. There'll just be some rotten food when we come back later. And same with these. We don't need these ones that are here, so we can leave those. Okay. So back onto our ship. and we've picked up everything that we need. We can put it into here. We've also got this one here which we can use if we need to. And we've also got this one here which we can use as well. So I'm just going to put the batteries and kind of crystals, maybe some first aid kits in here. Some arrows, stuff that I'm not really going to want. I'll take the copper out of here because I might want that. There's nothing else. I can put the arrows in there, I guess, and some helium in there. Cool. And then everything else kind of lives in here. Of which I can take out the stuff that I want. So if I want to drink, I can use those up, get rid of them. I can use that for drinking next. And yeah, okay, that's everything there. Now I'll take the synthetics. I'll take the metal because we're going to be using that a lot. And everything else can kind of just sit in there. Also the arrows. I don't need all these arrows, but I'll take them for now. And I'll swap those out with these. Perfect. Okay. So now we've kind of got this base. What we need to understand is first, what are we going to do? Now, in order to upgrade your ship, first you need to discover some new material. Because there's a lot of items that you don't yet know. And so in order for you to be able to upgrade your ship, first what you're going to want to do, and what we're going to do in this video, is we're going to go and explore all of the different locations. Okay, we're not worried too much about anything else except for the researcher, so we can research everything that we have available to us. Also, we don't need this anymore, so we can actually pack this away now. That analyzer is in here now. We'll just replace that for now with the storage box. Okay, so now we've got a bit more space. What we want to do is make one more storage box. So for that we're going to need more epoxy and more synthetics. So the epoxy that we have here, we can take that out. I'm pretty sure there was a lot more of this. Maybe I was wrong, maybe I used it all already. Oh, here you go, there's some there. Okay. So all I'm going to need now is some more synthetics. I don't quite have enough, so let's have a look around. Wow, not really much out there at all at the moment, so cool. We'll just wait. Okay, so we can start to grab this. Let's just get a bit of sleep, just for a minute. Wake up and maybe some stuff will have moved. There we go. Okay, 34, we're almost there. I think we need, in total to do this, we need 50. I think by sleeping, stuff seems to move in real time. I know the storms don't take the timers into consideration. We just need this one. Just if you can just come into range, please, sir. You're the last one we need. No, okay, we'll take this one instead. And we'll just take a couple of extras so we've got them because they're here. Perfect. Okay, we've got enough now so we can print that box. Alright. So now that we've got our storage boxes, we don't really have much going on here. And if we were to upgrade, the ship load in the top right hand corner, as we can see, is a bit limited. So in order to be able to build, what we're going to need is metal and synthetics. That's what it's going to ask for. Now, you have to consider, how do you want to build your ship? There's many different ways you can do it. You can have a single blimp and you can make it longer. You can have a double blimp and have one next to it. You can have 3 or 4 in a row. You can have 2 and 2 on top. You can really build this however you want. There's no right or wrong answer. The problem with having a vertical blimp is that you're going to have structural damage in lightning storms. It's a bit inconvenient. So going for the horizontal model is definitely better. And going as wide as you want really depends. There's some really incredible bases that people have been building so far, and you can see that within the Discord server. For now though, what we're going to focus on is just getting the basics. So in order to do that, we're going to put down another box. So we're just going to put this one down here for now. We're going to move these later, so this is not a permanent solution. But for now, that's going to allow us just to drop off all the stuff that we don't want for now, and we're now perfectly ready. Okay, so we can look at the map and we can see that question mark, and this is somewhere we need to go. We can take off from here. And now we've taken off from here, we can actually move around this tower. And as I mentioned, we can actually use this tower to harvest some of its resources. We've got the extractor on the side. So if we come out far enough, grab the extractor, look around, you'll be able to see the panels. Okay, so now we're going to move around again to the other side. We're going to gather as much of this as we can. That was the lift that we took down. Okay, I think we got everything from that side. There's nothing left there. Now we go around to this side. Just a few more panels, not much, but some metal that we can grab. Okay, perfect. And now we need to look at where we're going. So we're already in the right direction, we just need to go forward. We can actually go here because there's another place here we haven't been to yet. We can come back to this as well. What we're going to do right now is we're going to look at what we need to explore. So in terms of studies, scanner, we can see the different areas. So wind farm, we know that we need to go to different wind farms. So if we go here, this is a wind farm. We know that because we've got the two flashing lights, and also we can see the different panels. So we can come down a little bit and we can see if there is anything new to scan here, and it will tell us. So as we're moving forward, we're just going to use this scanner here. A little bit of copper there we're going to grab and keep coming forward to land. Now because we've currently completed the story mode, there's nothing else we're going to need to uncover like that. But there are still a few important items. So let's start just by landing this. Once we land, it will tell us if there is anything new to scan here. So you'll know straight away. It didn't say anything, so we can assume there's nothing here to learn. But we can just get the resources whilst we're here. We're going to need them, especially some copper. We'll need that for researching. And some helium as well, we're going to need that. So we're going to come through here. A little bit of parkour here. Picking up the canisters. Also, here is another data pad. If we read this, depletion of trash. This is our last shipment here. Okay. So there's a few more of these notes that we need to go through. Bit of parkour. Okay. And that's everything we've done here. There's a room here, but we can't get into it because we need a battery. Requires a battery, which we don't have. So we're going to go up. And we're going to come over to the other side. Now, if we come down here, you're going to see that we can't get in here because we need a knife. So this is a blockade that we know about. So we hit it with a knife, it opens, and we can get the battery out. Why it's always important to have a knife on you. We now can't get back in. We need to drop down. So we're going to do that now. Take the helium whilst we're here. A bit more parkour. Need to duck. Duck down. Come down here. Just make sure you don't fall. The most important thing is not to fall, and this is probably the worst one to fall. Okay, insert the battery in there. Now we can open the door. The reason that this one is this is a really good one, because the reason this is requiring a power cell here is it's full of circuit boards, and you're about to see that now. So there's computer racks in here, as you can see. And these computer racks are full of circuit boards, and circuit boards take quite a lot to create. So it's really good to be in here, and it's worth using that power cell to get in here to get all of this. We're going to get everything else that we can see here. A data card. So that's short railing that we've just got. And this is what we're doing now. All of these data cards. We want the data cards. There's a few more panels that we need to identify. They're the question marks. So the question marks are stuff that we need to scan to build our ship. But everywhere we land, there's going to be these data panels. We've got everything we want. Escape, unstuck, back on a ship. Come to our box, open it, and we can just dump everything in there and carry on our journey. So now we're going to head towards where we were just currently going. Okay, so we spin around. We can see we're now facing in the right direction. Perfect. Happy in the way we're going. We're going to press R to lock it, come away from this. And then we can get a few more resources on the way. Also, we can deal with any issues we've got, like our food, our hunger, things like that. Because there's these bald daisies, I can grab them. Just make sure you don't crash. That's the most important thing, and make sure you don't overshoot your target. We can see we need to readjust our course to the right here. It looks like we're going to this tower. There's also a question mark behind us, one over there to the left. So lots of places to go. Okay, so we're going to land just here.
Airship's module uncharted area.
Okay.
Preliminary analysis started.
So because it's an uncharted area, it's going to tell us.
Analysis completed. Detected new objects requiring scanning.
Okay, so now we know there's new resources to scan, so we're going to keep going. We're just going to bottle the dirty water while we're here. We'll come into this building. I'm sure there's going to be some stuff in here to click. We'll collect everything that's available. As we upgrade, we're going to go through so many of these resources, so we're going to grab everything we can. Heading outside, going upstairs, and grabbing the battery. Also, don't forget these plastics, because these are really valuable as well. Okay, now I don't really want to jump back down. I've got to get all the way back down there. So what I could do is press escape, unstuck myself, and then come back out again. It's just a way to make it a little bit easier. Okay, now we're going to run across here. We've done that side. Now we need to do this side. Also, our scanner is starting to run out of power, so we can see that. So we need to be able to look around in these buildings. Most of these buildings won't have anything in them. They're just empty. But they do require you to kind of look around. We're actually looking for, we can go up here. We're looking for a particular room. And you'll know as soon as you find the room, because the room will have a new item that we need to scan. So just keep looking around, seeing what you can find. There's nothing out the back, nothing around here. So again, you will find it, but you just need to keep searching. That was the ladder we went up. This is the other side of it. There's also a ladder here we can climb up. Okay, so there's nothing here. We've been all around, we've checked. Pretty confident there's nothing here. We're going to have one last check. I'm pretty sure there is something here. This is an area here where we could maybe extract. Ah, there we go. Look, see, there's a room. And so this is why you need to be very careful, and you need to check every angle, because this door was hidden. So if we come through here, here is a cushion. So if we scan this cushion, this is a wrecked soft cushion. We can now research this. That pet that we acquired, the pet that we acquired during the story mode, we can place the pet on the cushion. So that's something that we can do. There's nothing else here, so we can escape here, unstuck. If we go to our studies, okay, and we look at where we are, wreck cushion has now been found. So that was on a temporary camp. So temporary camps, as well as communication points, are the two different variants that we have here. We're going to take off. We're going to look for the next question mark. We can see there's one in front of us, so we're going to go ahead. Now we can head this one to get a data point. And this is what we're going to do now. We're just going to do this until we've gathered all of the data points. Okay, same as before, gathering materials, up to the tower. There's also some glass here. If you want the glass, take the extractor, and you can take the glass. I wouldn't waste your battery on anything else, if I'm honest. The glass is sometimes a bit of a nightmare to pick up though. So you might want to do that, but I wouldn't waste your battery because at the moment you haven't got anything to be able to recharge your battery. Sample lure. We don't really want that poster. If you want, I guess you could take the poster if it's important to you. We don't really need it. Okay, that's everything from in this room. So we can come out. Take the battery. Have a quick look up the top here. There's some rubbish bags, so it's possible that there might be some scrap, which there is. 4 scrap is like 120 if we were to take the synthetic, so that's definitely worth having. And then unstuck ourselves back into the ship and off we go. Okay, taking off, looking at the direction we want to go in. So we're going to keep heading towards the question marks because that's what we want to do. But if there's anything else in the meantime, we are going to stop and just pick it up. Making sure to get the battery, because if we get the battery, then we know we've been there. Alright, pressing R to lock, coming away. I can dump all of this stuff I don't want at the moment into here. I'm going to need some food in a minute, so I can check my lure out. Put that in. I can lower the lure. Awesome. We're coming up towards some buildings now, so I'm going to take over the controls just because I want to make sure that I avoid these. I don't want to crash into them. I don't actually think we're going to get through here. We're not, so I think we're going to go around this before we get caught in all of this because there's quite a lot of buildings here. Got to be careful of that wind, it can push you. Okay, just spinning round. Let's grab that lure. Okay, so there's another one just in front of us. We'll grab this first before we continue. So we can see there's nothing there, there's no point stopping there, we can actually stop over here instead. We've got a small ship at the moment, so it's easy enough to be able to get in and out. Okay. There's nothing here around this. Coming upstairs. Looking inside. Again, all of this stuff is great. We're going to use all of it later. We don't really want the football. We've already got a football. Once you've got one, you've got one. You don't really need any more. We're really looking for these data pads to see if we can find any of these data pads. There's none here, which is okay. It's fine because whilst we're here, we can take the battery. And batteries are... We're going to go through so many batteries that it makes sense to have them. We're going to extract the glass just because glass is really good to have. We'll dump all of that into the box. And we'll continue our journey. Alright, drop the lure, cook our food, we're into this routine, we understand the routine, we know what we're doing. So we want to be heading to the left just over there. Not far to go. You will gather so many resources from doing this. It's a lot easier to build once you've got the resources. And so what you want to do is you want to uncover all of the ship parts. Once you've uncovered all of the ship parts, it's much easier to be able to build the ship you want. Otherwise you'll be building, you'll uncover something, and you'll probably end up redesigning your whole ship. You don't necessarily want to do that. So I'm not going to collect every single thing in this video. This is really just to show you what you need to do. We're going to follow these question marks. There's another question mark here, so we'll do this one.
Uncharted area. The preliminary analysis started. Analysis completed. Detected new objects requiring.
So we know there's something here that we need to do. We're going to come up here into this room, mainly to avoid the storm at the moment more than anything else. We'll take all of this. Some food there, which is great because we need that. We'll eat that now. Okay, just making sure we got everything, especially the fuel. Yep, that feels good. Coming outside. Okay, opening the box, taking the battery. Always doing that every time. Again with the extractor, going to take the glass. You might want to go up higher just to get a look. Not a good idea in a storm. I don't recommend it in a storm, but we actually want to know where we're looking. And you might be looking for something red, but you might be looking for something that we can scan. So we can come down into here, use our knife to be able to chop these vines down. We're going to get some biomass from doing this. We can come inside a lobster chili, different plants here that we can pick up if we want to. Biomass if we need it. Okay. We're good though, we don't want anything else there. We're not going to go out there to get that plant. You can if you want. Get the water. Take this one instead. Alright, and we're still looking around, so we haven't found what we're looking for yet. But we do need to keep looking. So, oh, we've just fallen down. We're a bit stuck. If we can't get out, we might be stuck here. No, we're okay. If you do get stuck, then obviously use the I'm stuck feature. That's what it's there for. But alternatively, we're just going to keep looking around, looking over the edge, seeing if we can find anything that helps us understand where we actually want to be going. So we haven't found anything there. We're going to keep looking around here. I think down there. Oh, okay, so there's something here. I think we've already done that before, but there's some sunmelons there. Okay, that storm's passed now, which is good. And we can actually see if we go to the studies of what it is we're looking for. So we're on the underdust variants. We can see the tab here. We're looking for these thick creepers. We're also looking for plant resin, but that's under tunnels, under dust tunnels. So thick creepers. Ah, there we go. It's these vines. Ah, the vines. That's what we were looking for. I'm sure it was something else we were looking for, but maybe not. Garden variants is now complete. Okay, research station. We've now got biofuel, which is good. I thought there might have been something else here, but maybe that's what it was. That's what we were looking for. We're going to unstuck. We're going to look up. Yep, the question mark's gone. We've got a new question mark. But we can now research biofuel. Biofuel needs biomass, so we'll do that. Right, let's grab the lure as well. Okay, and so that is what we're going to do. In the rest of this video, I'm going to, well, outside of this video, I'm going to travel the map. I'm going to go to each and every location all the way around, all of the question marks, and I'm going to find each and every item. I'm going to scan it. I'm going to get everything I need. And at the best, what I might do right now is just get a few more items so that I can open up my build menu and I might get a room. So synthetics and metals are what I'm going to need. I can look inside here for my synthetics and my metals. Okay, I've got some here and some here. I might just need like one more. Don't know if I'm going to be fortunate enough to see one here. Oh, I just missed it. That was so unfortunate. I'll grab that one instead. Okay, so I might just at this stage build myself an extra room. I can put it on the side. This one says it's blocked by equipment because the motors, the things there. So I can open this up. I need to drop off a couple of items. Open this, take out the fuel. Then I can take this off, making sure I've got a spot for it. And I could actually put both on this side. So that's an option. So in order to do that, just drop this down. I can put that just there. Put the fuel back in it for now. And now I can put a box down. So to do a box, build a room, put it on the side, and now I've got new space. And so I can put a couple of boxes in here, and I can build out my storage. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep going to all of these locations, looting everything that's possible, and I'm going to just start filling up these boxes. And what that's going to do initially is it's going to give me all of the resources for the next video. So in the next video, I'm going to have been through all of these locations, and then what you're going to see is I'm going to be able to start upgrading my base. Okay, so have fun, enjoy, and yeah, that's it for this video. You know exactly what we need to do now. I'm not going to waste hours, because that's what it will take hours to do this. I'm not going to waste a video doing that. I will join you when I'm ready to upgrade. But also watch your ship load, because every time you put a box down, your ship load will go up. You might need to, as a result of this, go into the build menu, and you might need to go to so it might not be, I thought it was build mode. No, I apologise, it is not build mode. You'll need to go into I'm pretty sure it was in build mode. Oh no, I haven't researched it. I need to research it first. So in the research station, I need to expand my balloon. So for that I'm going to need copper and helium, and then I can expand my balloon, and then in a build mode it will be there as an option. So come to here. Balloon core is another core. You don't want that just yet. You'll want to expand your balloon first. You can expand it in two ways, either forward or back. The way you'll do that is when you point at a gun, you'll either point at the front or the back section. Point at the back, it will go back. Point at the front, it will go forward. I tend to always do mine going back. Up to you. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to get to that stage. So in the next video, you'll see me with a one extended balloon. If I run out of space, I maybe have another on the side here, so one more on the other side here, and then these will be full up with boxes. Alright, I will speak to you in the next video. Thanks for watching.